Welcome to radicalwellnesstv.com. This is Laura Lee, and I'm here with Radical Wellness TV to introduce you a situation that can go on in any community across the United States and across the country or the world. It's an issue that people don't want to talk about, but this is a book. Sometimes God has a kid's face, and I'm going to go ahead and read a chapter each video until I'm finished, and I think there are... How many chapters are there? Let's see here. I don't know, but it's a short book. You can see it's a little one. All right, here we go. Introduction to Sometimes God Has a Kid's Face. Now, by Sister Mary Rose McGeady. This woman has helped thousands of children out that were in the streets. Read her story. In her final days, I sat by the bedside of Sister Mary Rose McGeady, Covenant House's former president and author of this book. I thought about all the homeless kids she had comforted in their time of need. Sister Mary Rose, a member of the Daughters of Charity, died at the age of 84 on September 13th, 2012. She died in her own bed in her beloved St. Louis house in Albany, New York. Surrounded by family and friends, her community of religious sisters and the nursing staff, whose love and devotion to Sister was beautiful to behold. Sister Mary Rose was the Mother Teresa of street children, a holy tornado of determination and compassion. She lived and died every day with the successes and failures of our kids, and she saw God in the tired faces of beautiful, forgotten kids. This could be in any community. In her 13 years as Covenant House president, Sister Mary Rose expanded the reach of our work dramatically. She established new crisis centers, street outreach, and long-term residential housing for homeless youth in Canada, the United States, and Nicaragua, doubling the number of children served by Covenant House annually. Covenant House now reaches more than 61,000 homeless kids a year in 6 countries. This was written in 2010. She was a tireless advocate for homeless children, using her audiences with prime ministers and presidents to urge a focus on lifting children and homeless teenagers out of poverty. But her true gift, the gift you will feel come to life on the pages of this book, was finding the goodness in the hearts of homeless children and inspiring them to pursue their dreams. I was privileged to hold Sister Mary Rose's hand during her final hours and read her the many beautiful emails and phone messages she received from our Covenant House family, from First Ladies, provincials, mayors, religious leaders, and perhaps most touchingly, 3 formerly homeless boys she helped as a young sister. They saw her as their mother figure and remained devoted to her. I thanked her for being love in the world to hundreds of thousands of street kids. I thanked her for being a mentor, a leader, and an irreplaceable friend. She opened her eyes, looked right at me, and a beautiful, peaceful smile came to her face, a moment of pure grace. I brushed back her hair and dabbed a tear that fell from her left eye. One fell from mine too, and I wiped it away. And then I promised her that together we will carry on this mission, the critical work of helping homeless, trafficked, and exploited young people across the bridge from despair to opportunity and hope. Her smile became brighter, a twinkle came to her eyes, and then she lifted both arms from beneath the rose-colored sheets on her bed, and with great difficulty, but with typical determination, gave all of us 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. "That's good, Kevin," she said, "that's good." Sister Mary Rose left this earth surrounded by photos and keepsakes from her kids at Covenant House. Beautiful paintings, doves carved lovingly out of wood, gifts from children who had nothing until the Covenant House movement showed them they were loved. Thousands of formerly homeless children are now happy and healthy adults today, with families and jobs and homes of their own, saved from despair. Because she was so good at dispensing love and respect, personally and through the charity she ran, thousands of children were able to thrive and to learn what for many were extremely difficult skills: how to trust, how to accept care and kindness, how to respect and value themselves. There can be no greater legacy of love. As the current president of Covenant House and the custodian of her legacy, I am honored to share these stories from Sister Mary Rose. I will always think of her whenever I stand on the doorstep of Covenant House, peering into the eyes of a homeless child. And I will smile whenever I think of her opening her arms and leading the kids inside. That's from Kevin Ryan, president of the Covenant House in 2010. So I'm going to go ahead and start chapter 1, but this is just something that I want to share. This is a little insert off the book. I do not consider myself to be a follower, just a lonely, deserted soul in a barbaric city who walks his own treacherous path in life. Written by Brian after 6 months alone on the street. It's hard out there for our kids. Even if we live in abundance, they're still suffering. You don't kick your kids out of the house. We take care of our children. The village raises the family. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and go to chapter 1. That was just the introduction. Love life, and life will love you back.